Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Some houses in Edo State have to be demolished by Edo State government, allegedly belong to cultist member or kidnappers. Hey, governor, my governor, Governor Monday Okpewolo. You are now a governor of Edo State after the court affirmed you as executive governor of Edo State. We all saw the hula baloo, the abracabra, the magomago that took place on the 21st September 2024 that brought you into office today. But that's aside. Now that you are a governor, do the right thing. You see, when you drafted that law, anti-cultist law and kidnapper law, and you transmitted it to House of Assembly, and House of Assembly passed it into law, and you yourself, Governor Monday Okpewolo, signed it into law. At that time, I raised some concern. I'm not against the law. I'm not against it at all. It's a good step in the right direction. But there was but on it. Because you said any house that houses cultist members or kidnappers, that house will be demolished. Then I raised the question. If a landlord wants to rent his apartment to a tenant, all he can do is to check the tenant affordability, if you have a job, if you can be able to pay. The landlord may not know if these persons have other jobs they are doing, like being a cultist member or kidnapper. How would the landlord know? So the innocent landlord will be punished because he rented a house to somebody who has dubious character. That's a but. Now, Mr. Monday Okpewolo, let me remind you, since you have already signed that anti-cultist and anti-kidnapper law into law, you have no hands in it anymore. For God's sake, we don't live in Banana Republic. Nigeria is not a Banana Republic. Neither Edo State is a Banana Republic. That state is supposed to be guided by a rule of law. One of them which you signed into law. Once that has been signed into law, you have no hands in it anymore. You should not be, your cabinet should not be the one that will be implementing those laws. Now you are not the judge, you are not the prosecutor. How? Once that law is signed into law, the people that are supposed to implement that law is the police and the judges. After thorough investigation, if it is true that this person who holds that house used this house for heinous crime, then the judge will order the house to be demolished. It's not you, Governor Monday Okpewolo, to destroy or demolish houses. I saw you in a video, you stood there while a house was being brought down by Buddhism. Are you the one supposed to do that? Don't get me wrong, I am not against it at all. Me personally, I'm applauding you for signing that into law. We want to do everything to ensure that cultists, if possible, and kidnapping eradicated from Edo State. I'm not against it. Let everything go through proper channel. We are not living in, what's it called, Banana Republic. There's a rule of law in Edo State. Why are you taking law in your hands, Governor Monday Okpewolo? You set up a task force. Let the task force arrest this group of people. Then let the judge decide what to do with these people. Once that law is signed, into law, the executive no longer have a hand in it. But you and your task force, what you guys are doing is barbaric act. In the way you are doing it, many innocent houses will be demolished without proper investigation. Governor Monday Okpebholo, you are the governor of all. Whether you are whether PDP or APC, you are not the father of the state. Everybody cannot have the same view like you. Everybody cannot be a zombie that will be following all your direction. People must have an alternative view about what you are doing. Like me, whenever you are doing anything, any right thing, I will be here to support you. I have said it before. But when you are doing the wrong thing, I will be here to castigate you, right? So, Governor Monday Okpebholo, please, I'm begging you, let everything go through due process. Carrying out, standing by the house and let the house be demolished, this is not the right way. You are the judge, you are the prosecutor. You are the one implementing the law you signed into law. No. Let the law enforcement agencies and the judges to do their work. You are taking the work of police and the judges away and taking it into your own hands. How? I've traveled so many countries around the world. I have never seen a country where a governor will order a houses or a venue to be demolished without going through due process. Come on, man. This has to stop. I didn't say the law should be abolished. I'm in support of it, but let's do it in a proper way. You that are looking at me now, thinking I'm making noise, you might be a victim tomorrow. Everybody might be a victim. I don't live in Nigeria. I have a house in Nigeria. Yeah, my father's house is there. But what if after I check this person is working, he have a family, and I rented my house for him? At the end, this person have a second job of doing a dubious crime. How would I know? Then you go ahead and demolish my house. Governor Monday Okpebholo, please, I'm begging you, let everything go through process. Anyone found wanted, let he or her face the wrath of law. Thank you all for listening. I remain Pastor London.